Hey, welcome to How to Fix a Workshop. My name is Josh. Before I dig into this platform bed build, I just want to say, I don't know what I was thinking with this outfit. Maybe I was feeling like a superhero because I'm building this for my son. All I'm missing is the red cape and the S on my chest. But anyway, I'm building this platform bed frame using wood from a previous bed that I built for my sons. It was a double floating loft bed, and I'll leave a link in the description below if you'd like to check it out. The perimeter of the platform bed is 2x6 pine boards, and that's what I'm cutting to size here. Since the bed will be full size, I'm making the sides 75 inches long and the pieces for the end will be 57 inches long. Since this lumber was salvaged from a previous project, I need to clean it up a little. There was some paint and drywall that was stuck to the boards, and I cleaned that off with a chisel. I sanded the pieces smooth but left the stain in place. We'll touch that up at the end. I picked up this bed frame hardware from Amazon, which came in handy for attaching the sides to the ends. The separate pieces were a little tricky to line up, but after the first one, the next three were easier. I used a screwdriver as a hole set to prevent the screws from wandering as I attached the pieces to the wood. Here's a look at the hook part of the hardware. I just lined that piece up with the other, marked out the holes, and attached it the same way as the other piece. Now where did that cushion from my knees go? The pieces were tough to get lined up at first, but after loosening the set screws, everything fell into place. Here are the legs I chose to use. If I were to change anything, it would be to make the legs a little wider. These are 2x4s glued together and leftover scrap from a different project. I lined the legs up equally on the side rails, very awkwardly, marked a location for a couple of screws, then pre-drilled some holes. I used these 4-inch Power Pro lag screws to hold the legs in place. These screws are awesome. I'll leave a link to these and other items I used in the description below. I added a slight 45-degree chamfer to the bottom of the legs to prevent splintering, then sanded the surfaces smooth. This very blurry jig was designed to mark the location for some joist hangers for a center support. I lined it up with the center mark on both ends of the frame and marked holes for attaching these mini joist hangers. I attached the joist hanger with screws and then inserted the 2x4 cut to the proper length into the hangers. Next, I added these rails that were also left over from the loft bed. These rails will support the wooden slats that the mattress will rest on. I used a piece of scrap 1x4 to determine the height of the rails so that the slats would sit flush with the bed frame. My son Eli joined me in the shop and used the drill press to pre-drill holes for the screws that will attach the slats to the rails. Then we brought the bed frame into his room, assembled it, and attached the 1x4-inch slats to the rails. We popped the mattress on the platform, and he gave it a test drive.
Some elevation, finally.
The last step was to touch up the stain. We used Minwax Early American and stained all of the visible parts of the platform bed frame, and this thing was complete. I didn't get any final shots of the bed because a few days later we moved the bed to Eli's college apartment. But the nice thing about a platform style bed is it's easy to transport and move, and it's modular, meaning we could make and add a headboard or footboard in the future. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. We do all kinds of DIY stuff here, and there is plenty more to come. Thanks for watching.